Hey, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I'd like to start off this lesson by giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Double honors is due unto the elders, which are the apostles of great millstone that rule well, that taught me this truth. Peace and blessings to all for the elect. All right, I'm the brother Kodama Malak. Want to bring out another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and may this be edifying, all right, unto the body of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I believe I'm entitled this video, the BW is going to get our wake-up call. All right, the BW is going to get her wake-up call. All right, because first off, no one can tell the BW anything. All right, no one can tell the black woman nothing. All right, the woman of our nation has become so full of herself, man. Which she no one can tell her nothing. All right, not the men of her nation. All right, not the older women. All right, who have some type of integrity. All right, for lack of a better term. No one can tell you about your actions. All right, and you don't want to receive order. But when a so-called white man says, to do something, you get in line, and then it's getting to the point where you don't even want to hear from him. All right. So what? You're in for a rude awakening, and the Lord is going to give you your wake-up call. Nobody can tell you to stop being a whore. Nobody can tell you to stop twerking. Nobody can tell you to stop being an embarrassment. All right, wearing bonnets in public and pajamas, and nobody can check you about your attitude, man. All right, but that's what happened when Esau Edom, the so-called white man, gave you women liberty. All right, and you became just that, the enemy. All right. So let me get this scripture. This is Micah 7:10. It says, "Then she that is my enemy shall see it." All right, and who's the enemy? Was first off the BW. All right, the scripture says, "She that is my enemy." All right, the women of our nation who don't want to get right with the Lord, the women of our nation who want to, buck up, talk shit, come with that masculine energy. All right, living that boss girl life, that I'm a bad bitch life. All that shit is gonna get put to an end, man. The Lord is gonna give you a wake up call as we're getting closer and closer to these last days. All right, plenty of things are about to take place. All right, that you black women, hey, even you, some of you women of you northern tribes, man. All right, you Puerto Rican women, you Dominican women. All right, you Ishkarite women, all right, you so-called Mexicans, all of you that are enemies, man, all of you that don't want to listen, all right, mainly to the men of the Lord, all right, the prophets, the words of the Lord, you're going to get destroyed. All right, you don't believe, all right, you scoff, you talk shit, all right, but the time is going to come when the Lord is going to visit. All right, so Micah 7:10, it says, "Then she that is my enemy shall see it." And what are they going to see? All right, they're going to see what the prophets of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has been warning them about. They're going to see about the MOTB. They're going to see about, all right, the so-called white man who is Esau Edom, all right, which is the devil, according to the scriptures. They're going to see he's the true deceiver. They're going to see he's the devil in that time. All right? And he ain't going to spare you. All right? He ain't going to spare all that, that big button to smile shit. It ain't going to rock in that day, man. It ain't rocking now. Actually, a brother just sent me a video of some black woman. She got hit all upside the head with a crowbar. All right? By a dude she was dealing with. I don't know what maybe they broke up or whatever, but Jake ain't having it. All right? Nobody's having it. Who knows? She probably committed adultery. Who knows, man? For somebody have to go upside your shit with a crowbar. Who knows? All right? Most of these women, they a bunch of adulterers anyway. All right? They out messing around, but getting back to the point of the scripture, it says, "She that is my enemy shall see it." So what? They're going to see the destruction. All right? They're going to see the famine, the pestilence. They're going to see the things that the Lord is going to bring upon planet Earth, man. The time of judgment. It says, "And shame shall cover her." Shame shall cover her, was saying to me, "Where is the Lord thy God?" All right? So you're going to be shamed in that day. All right. So as the scriptures say, where is the Lord thy power? So, a lot of them, they question, all right, they question the Most High. They question, is there a true power? They question the men of the Lord. All right. Some of you women, you've dealt or you're dealing with men of the Lord, and you're unbeliever. All right. But it's one thing to be an unbeliever, and it's another thing to, not have true knowledge and you scoffing and you talking shit against some shit you don't know. When it's just best to be quiet. All right. So that's why majority of you the fucking enemy. All right. You ain't in order. I mean, look at the picture, man. They twerking on top of a fucking police car. This is Esau. You see, this from the lack of knowledge, though, man. All right, because if you truly knew who the devil was according to these scriptures, then you will understand not to be fucking around in his presence. The scriptures say, who will pity the charmer? All right? Esau, Edom, he has the power to kill. All right, and if he wanted to take matters in his hand and say, oh, they did this, they did that, they harmed me, and I felt like it was bad, y'all could possibly been on the news fucking around with these devils, man. And they just sitting back, hey, the nations, man, they don't care as long as it's not their nation, man. All right? But the Lord's people is destroyed for a lack of knowledge, and part of it is Esau, Edom. The scriptures say, whom the gods of this world have blinded the minds of them that believe not. They're so caught up into zodiac signs and fucking different philosophies, man, that they don't believe Yahweh Shem Yahweh, man. Therefore, the Lord going to destroy him. It says what? Was saying to me, where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. All right? And that's what the Lord is going to do. The Lord is going to visit you, and you're going to get your fucking wake-up call. All right? All the times that you might have scoffed against men of the Lord or left men of the Lord or disrespected. All right? Just your characteristics alone is going to get you destroyed, man. All right? Now, for what? Sisters, your single sisters who listen, who are obedient, man. Hey, take this as an example of what not to be. All right? Because, hey, when the Lord comes destroying, the Lord said what? Hold on, let me get a scripture. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, verse 6. And it says, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. All right? So what? The scripture mentions, all right, which this was the time of Ezekiel. All right, but the Lord is going to revisit again. But this time it's going to be that death angel. And this is what they're going to slay. Let's read from the top. It says, slay utterly old and young. All right, so the Lord, hey, he's not a respect of persons. He don't care if you old, if young. Hey, if you're not written in the book of life, if you're not predestined for salvation, it's going to happen. You're going to get put to death. It says both maids and little children and women. So, hey, this scripture mentioned women twice. The Lord is going to visit the old. He's going to visit the young. He's going to visit you women. All right, double. Let's say that. Since you're mentioned twice right here. All right, it says what? And little children. It says, but come not near any man whom have the mark. All right. And what's that mark? That mark is to be exempt. It means exemption. So the death angels are not going to come around the men who have that mark of exemption, man. All right. It says what? And begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house. And who's the sanctuary? The sanctuary are the Israelites. The sanctuary truly are the ones who actually know that they're Israelites. All right, but the scriptures say, if the righteous should scarcely be saved, where should a godly and unsinner appear? All right, so if you're going to have Israelites who know the name of the Lord, who say they trust in the Lord, who say they believe in the Lord, and the Lord is going to visit, them with destruction if they're not sincere. All right, or if they wasn't, predestined for salvation. All right, if the Lord is going to do that to them, how much more of somebody who don't believe? All right, and Lord willing, coming into so-called 2025, that this be the year that the Lord, start to strip you women, man. All right, so you can really see things clear, man, because it takes destruction, man. It takes destruction for a lot of people to, see things clear, see things for what it is, man. Because a lot of people are just living in pleasure, man, especially the BW. Actually, This is 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse. Actually, let's start at 1. This is 1 Timothy 5 and 1. All right. So this is how a woman is supposed to conduct herself. All right. Not twerking on top of fucking police cars at 2 in the morning, man. Laughing and getting drunk. You out 12 o'clock at night, hooked up with a bunch of niggas that you don't know. 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 1, it says, rebuke not an elder. No, Salakia. I'm going to jump to verse 2. And it says, the elder women as mothers, the younger as sisters, with all purity. It says, honor the widows that are widows indeed. Salakia, this wasn't what I was looking for. I'm going to just jump straight to this verse. All right. This is 1 Timothy 1 Timothy 5 and 6. It says, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. All right. So the ones of you, living in pleasure. All right. You're trying to enjoy this freedom, this so-called freedom that you think Esau Edom gave you. All right. The independency. I can be by myself. I don't need a man. I don't need a nigga. Which all that shit was, set up. All right. For you to believe that, man, That's another fast one Esau Edom that pulled on you to get you to believe that you don't need the man of your nation. But then you look at you and you look at your kids. There's no structure in the home. All right, you're bound to raise a young prostitute, a young whore. Then you're bound to raise a fucking thug, man. All right, it has to be structure in the household. All right, but hey. Most of you women, you wicked, man, and the scripture say you plug down your own household. A lot of you had somewhat decent households, but you chose, to be a hoe. All right, you chose, self-pleasure. You chose, want to enjoy freedom and, not be tied down. Which is completely out of order. It's wicked. Let's get this scripture. You're going to get visited, man. All right? Because guess what? If can't nobody on this planet Earth tell you anything, if the man of your own nation can't tell you nothing, all right, the heathens, they look at you. They laugh at you. All right? You can't even tell your own self anything. Because I've seen certain women say, black women, we need to do better. But guess what? Y'all will go against her. Y'all will talk shit like she need to shut up. So you can't even, hold your own self accountable. So who's going to hold you accountable? All right? And it's going to be Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. It's going to be the Lord that's going to bring that destruction, man. Because the Lord going to hold your ass accountable, man. For all your works and your evil doings. Here's the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 1. And it says, every wise woman buildeth her house. All right, so a wise woman, she's going to be in the house. She's going to help add on to her husband. And that's what a woman is for. When you look into the word woman, what? It means female servant. All right, you're put here to, serve a husband, serve a man. So every wise woman, you're going to help add on to your husband in the family. It says, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. So a foolish woman, she going to pluck that shit right down. She going to have something good, all right? And she going to just say, forget it, because if it's not making her happy. Which is a selfish move already. Because you're not happy one week, with your husband, or for whatever reason. Maybe the kids making you mad, and you're feeling like things are too much. You take things into your own hands and start becoming a demon. Now you slamming dishes. Now you talking to other men. Now you stepping out. Now you want to go out and party and shit like you missing something. You ain't missing nothing. All right? There's a quote that says what? The road to heaven feel like hell. All right? But the road to hell, it feels like heaven. That road to hell, it feels like heaven. So yeah, you think you're having fun and all that shit, but you're on your road to destruction. That's all that's going to lead it to. All right? Because that spirit of mirth, that spirit of kicking it, that spirit of having fun, that's gone, man. That's out the fucking window. Hey, it's going to be too late for a lot of you women, man. All right? I have a few more scriptures. Bear with me. And everybody's truly tired, man. Everybody's truly tired of the black woman and her actions, man. All right. That's when I walk in the store, man. I don't even look at them, man. You can't, man. They be the first ones frowning up at you and shit. And you at your job. You supposed to be, at least greeting everybody. Well, I say this, they probably are greeting everybody just until they see Jake. Once they see Jake, man, they don't feel like they got to greet or say anything, but that's cool. All right, we don't want your fucking highs and buys. No way. Truly. This is Job 39:17. It says, because Yahweh have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding. All right, you women, you're the weaker vessel. All right, you're easily to, be, bamboozled. All right, you're easy to give into something. All right, so you need order, you need guidance, you need a head, all right, over you, man. And because without that man, without that head, especially a man of the Lord, you finished. The scriptures say what? Let's get it real quick. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 2. It says, and a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, in the shadow of Salakia, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. All right, so in that time of destruction, all right, when when Esau Edom bring in this martial law, all right, and try to establish this whole NWO, all right, when that money don't mean anything anymore, who knows when he may take away your Section 8, your link card, which he's going to do, because it's all going to come down to that charagma, that MOTB, all right, that you're far gone from. You don't even know what's going on in the world. You think it's about P. Diddy. You think about Cardi B and kicking in this shit. And Esau Edom, he's about to come down on the whole world. All right, it's about to be great death. It's about to be famine. You ain't going to know if you're going to be able to cook or Salakia. You're not even going to know where your next meal is going to come from is what I meant. Salakia. Everything ain't going to be sweet. It ain't going to be all convenient like you think it's going to be. A lot of you think it's going to be like this for the next 10, 15, 20 years. Lord willing, it's not. But we know with prophecy, the way these things are setting up, is moving fast. You got war. All right, the Lord is visiting. All right, and he's definitely visiting with storm and tempest. All right, you got the hurricane that's about to rock Florida. All right, hey, a lot of that is your judgment. A lot of that is of course, is judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, but a lot of that's for you women, man. All right, you're going to get your fucking wake-up call. All right, this is, So as I just read, that a man shall be as a hiding place. All right? And ain't going to be any man going to be as a hiding place. So those niggas with those dreadlocks that you chasing, that smoking those backwood, that's living that street life, that's not talking about them. This is talking about men of the Lord. All right, men who have the spirit, the Rakak Kodash, the true understanding. They're going to be as a hiding place from the wind. And what that wind is, that wind represents destruction. Storm troops, Esau Edom coming down. All right. So, let me see. This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16. It says, moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes. Now, when you look at, all these different nations, all these different nations of women, including the women of our nation, who do you see walking around with, stretched forth necks and, wanton eyes? All right, walking around, proud. Like they can't be told nothing. Or like they just too much of the shit. Looking at other men. Just acting a fucking fool. Let's keep reading. It says, walking and mincing as they go and making the tinkling with their feet. All right? Because what? You didn't chose to put a $300 wig on. All right, get your nails done. Makeup. Hey, which is all bullshit. All right? Nobody truly cares about that shit, man. Only you care about that shit. The scriptures talk about, though thou rentest thy face with painting, you look like a clown with that shit on. A lot of you. Man, that's a false way. And the scriptures say we hate every false way. We don't like that fake shit. You know, I'd rather a woman wear a mini fro, man, before she put fucking $200 fucking weave in her head, man. But let's just keep reading. It says, verse 17, it says, therefore the Lord will smite thee with the scab of the crown of the daughters of Zion. And that's why these women will, mainly, all right, the southern kingdom, the Judite woman, when you look at her, her hair don't grow. All right? The Lord had cursed them. Now, what nation of women do you see that's walking around who barely have any hair on top of their head, man? You look at every nation. Most of the women, they have hair going down their backs, man. They can cut their shit in about 6 months. They'll be damn near back down to their shoulders. All right, and it says what? So that lets you know what? That shows that it's talking about the women of our nation. Women of our nation. It says, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. In the day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tingling ornaments about the feet and the calls and the round tires like the moon, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings, the nose jewels and the changeable suits of apparel and the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins, the glasses and the fine linen and the hood and the veils. And it shall come to pass, instead of sweet smell, there should be stink, and instead of girdle of rent, and instead of well set hair, baldness, and instead of stomacher, a girding sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. You know, a lot of our women, they popped, man. All right, and they ugly. Just say that. All right, they overweight. All right, and the Lord is going to take away that bravery from their ass, man. He's going to take away everything it is that they think make them look good. The Lord is going to strip them and take that shit away, man. Then they're going to know, I don't know what it is, but we're being visited. And you're going to get your wake-up call on who the Lord really is, who his man is, who the devil is. So, let's see. I think that about, does it for this lesson. All right, Lord willing, the elect was edified. Until next time, all praises, honor, and glory be due unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rechakadash. Double honors is due unto the elders, which are the apostles of Great Millstone. I'm going to say shalom.